Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Bashem Yahuwah Eloheinu, Moshe Eloheinu, Yeshua Eloheinu Hakul. In the name of God Jehovah, the God of Moses, the God of Jesus, the God of all. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. I am grateful to be in your presence, Spiritual State Empire, to the Jewish Israelite people. Today, I would like to talk to you about cities of refuge. This is how Jehovah gave the word to Moses on behalf of his people. If you have not already, please subscribe, like this show, we find the city of refuge in Deuteronomy chapter 19. Describes the establishment of safe cities for those who accidentally killed someone exploring ancient justice concepts. Blood guilt. When Jehovah your God destroys the nations, whose land Jehovah your God is giving you, and you have dispossessed them and have settled in the cities and their houses. You should set apart 3 cities in the midst of your land that Jehovah your God is giving you to possess. You should divide the territory of the land that Jehovah your God has given you to possess in their parts, and prepare the roads so that any manslayer can flee to one of those cities. Now, this is what should take place regarding the manslayer who may flee there in order to live. When he strikes his fellow man unintentionally and he did not previously hate him, as when he goes with his fellow man into the forest to gather wood and he raises his hand to cut the tree with the axe. But the axe head flies off the handle and hits his fellow man and he dies. The manslayer should flee to one of these cities to live. Otherwise, in the heat of anger, the avenger of blood may chase after the manslayer, overtake him, and kill him, because the defense of the city was too far. However, he did not deserve to die, since he did not previously hate his fellow man. That is why I am commanding you, set 3 cities apart. If Jehovah your God enlarge your territory as he swore to your forefathers, and he has given you all the land that he promised to give to your forefathers, provided you faithfully observe all this commandment that I am giving you today, to love Jehovah your God and always to walk in his ways. Then you are to add 3 other cities to these 3. In the way no innocent blood will be spilled in your land that Jehovah your God is giving you as an inheritance, and no blood guilt will come upon you. But if a man hated his fellow man and he was waiting to attack him, and he finally wounded him, and he died, and the man has fled to one of these cities, the elders of his city should then summon him from there and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, and he must die. You should not feel sorry for him, and you must remove the guilt of innocent blood out of Israel, so that it may go well for you. And looking at verse 14, it says boundary markers not to be moved. You shouldn't move these markers at any time. It's prohibited to. When you receive your inheritance in the land that Jehovah your God is giving you to possess, you must not move your neighbor's boundary marker from the place where the ancestors set the boundaries. So you can't change nothing that the ancestors brought forth. And only one can do that is Hashem, God. So that is something to remember. 15 through 21. It covers witnesses in court. Starting with verse 15, it tells us 2 or 3 witnesses must be required. And no single witness may convict another for any error or any sin that he may commit. On the testimony of 2 witnesses or on the testimony of 3 witnesses, the matter should be established. If a malicious witness testifies against a man and charges him with some transgression, the 2 men who have the deposit will stand before Jehovah, before the priests and the judges who will be serving in those days. The judges will thoroughly investigate. And if the man who testified is a false witness and has brought a false charge against his brethren, you should do to him just as he had scammed to do to his brother. And you must remove what is bad from your midst. So in other words, what you seek to do to your brother and he does it back to you, it's okay in the eyes of Yahuwah Hashem, Jehovah God. And that's why he said that's why he's saying to prevent this to happen, remove the bad thoughts, the bad ways from your midst. So you can be good with one. Then you can be good with Seth in the eyes of Jehovah God. Those who remain will hear and be afraid, and they will never again do anything bad like this among you. You should not feel sorry. Life will be for life. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. So, in this his show, City of Refuge, we know what Jehovah our God established on behalf of safety within the cities. We learned about the blood in the cities of refuge, the blood guilt in cities of refuge, the boundary markers not to be moved from any of your neighbors. Witness in court, 2 or 3 witnesses required to be able to judge something for it to be rightful judgment. Thank you and Shalom Aleichem.